Так ты подпишешь?
Развяжите меня. Я подпишу.
Jeffrey, I don't think he took a trip to the Southwest to try and find the bar that was in this picture. I think he knew exactly where he was going when he left.
I'll go one further than that. I think that he was lured away, Kelly.
Oh, God. Yeah. I didn't want to hear you say that. I'm thinking the same thing.
And one thing's for sure. Whoever was making those calls sure wasn't some good Samaritan dishing out helpful information. I mean, he was playing with Mason all along. He was torturing him, trying to keep him off balance. And then he sends this picture, which wasn't a very helpful gesture either. I mean, there's dozens of bars on this list here. I think you're right. I think Mason must have gotten another one of those calls or another letter, but this time telling him to do something specific, you know?
He wouldn't have gone. He wouldn't have if he didn't think Eden was still alive. I know him. Jeffrey, what if she was? Why wouldn't she come home?
She might not be able to, Kelly. I mean, that's if she is alive. And Mason, he's somewhere out there, and we haven't even the foggiest idea where.
Or if he's all right, we don't.
Whoa, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go find him. Can you go with me?
No. I'm not going anywhere. We're gonna do what we should have done all along, and that's go to Cruz or the police and tell them...
Mason said not to tell anybody about this.
I know what he said. But you just told me that you think he's in some kind of danger. You just admitted that someone is playing a life and death game with him. Now, Kelly, we're not going to keep this to ourselves.
Even if that means putting Eden in danger?
Eleanor? Yoo-hoo. Eleanor?
What happened?
Why don't you tell me?
I must have fainted.
Ah, that's close. Actually, you pretended to faint. Is it coming back to you yet? You're gonna have to ask me now maybe where you are, how you got here.
Cruz, why are you talking to me like this? I felt dizzy all of a sudden, and I just must have blacked out.
Oh, well, you get off it. You think I don't know the difference between somebody who really fainted and somebody who's pretending?
It's a lie. I'm not pretending anything.
Hey, stop the act.
Why would I pretend something like this?
That's exactly what I'd like to know.
Put that down.
Stay away from me. I mean it.
You're not going to shoot anybody, Eden.
I will if you don't stay away from me.
You need me. You're not strong enough to get anywhere on your own. You'd never survive here by yourself. That's why you're gonna stay here with me. Because you need me. And that's why you're gonna learn to love me.
Oh, no! No! No, please don't shoot me! No!
He's not dead. I only kill when I have to. I know what I'm doing.
You look dead to me.
No! There, now, is that better? Now, if you want that wound, be treated. Sign! Now! What's so funny?
Well, thanks to your knife, I can't move my arm. You won't be getting any signatures from me today.
Anything important?
Strange. Mason left town and unexpectedly didn't tell anyone where he was going.
Not even Victoria?
No, he said it was on family business, but he didn't specify.
Probably not this family. I would imagine it has something to do with Nicholas and Jeffrey's failing company. They're trying desperately to keep me from marketing their vaccine. Fortunately for a lot of people, they're not going to be successful. Take a look at this. They had an outbreak of that Guatemalan virus in Arizona. They need that serum urgently. The USAID call. They want to push for approval and release of the serum right away.
Cece, I don't like this at all. Now, I want you to listen to me. I've done something. I went and talked to Alex Nicholas.
You what?
Yes, I did. And he feels that the serum has not been tested long enough. There is something wrong with it. It could be very dangerous.
Of course he would tell you that. Of course he would, when he knows that the data proved it 99% effective. You can't get better odds than that. We did the work up in Carolina that even confirmed it even further. Look, do you think the USAID is going to put out a damn drug if it isn't effective?
Maybe and maybe not.
What are you talking about? What else did Alex say this time?
Well, he didn't tell me what to think.
Well, why don't you tell me what you think?
Oh, right. It's pretty much what I have been thinking all along. If this serum has not been tested, you were moving into this too fast, and you are being greedy. Now, he is a pioneer in this field, and you will not listen to his expertise.
I don't listen to the advice of my enemies.
Parents, please don't listen to the advice of your loved ones.
My loved ones are supposed to be on my side.
Oh, stop it, Cece, I am. That's why I'm so worried. Don't you understand that? If this serum isn't any good, you don't know what the repercussions could be. To the recipients, to you, to the Capwell company, to the Capwell name.
There is nothing to worry about. We are doing everything through the proper channels. He just wants me to stop doing what I'm doing so he can do it, so he can laugh in my face as he's double-crossing me.
Kelly, for the love of God, can't you see how crazy this is?
Sorry, no, I can't, Jeffrey.
All right, look, and stop. Stop and think about it, okay? Now, we can't go rushing off looking for Mason and not tell anyone what we're doing.
What do you mean? We've already gone through this. If we tell anyone and Eden really is alive, then the guy who's calling Mason is going to go through with the threat to hurt her. We're not letting anyone else in on this.
You really think there's a chance that she's alive?
I don't know. Maybe we're wrong for once, okay?
But it's what you're secretly hoping.
Of course it's what I'm thinking. Why shouldn't I?
Because you're gonna break your heart again, that's why. Wasn't losing her once bad enough? You start building your hopes on some crank phone calls, it's only gonna hurt you in the long run. The only place we should be rushing off to now is the police, or the very least to Cruz.
No. Not to Cruz. I don't even want to think of what his reaction would be to that phone. No way. Jeffrey, my God, look at what it did to Mason. Can you imagine what it would do to... No. We are not telling anyone until we find out the truth for ourselves.
Well, if you'd stop attacking me and listen to what I'm trying to say...
No, that's right, of course. Excuse me. I'm all ears.
I was hit on the head. I had a dizzy spell, and I must have fainted.
You must think I'm a tremendous fool. You think I haven't noticed that you've been falling into my arms for weeks now, stumbling as it were? I mean, this is a little over the top with the towel and all. It really bothers me.
All right. So you got me. I guess I'm not as subtle as I thought I was.
Subtle? No, I don't think you're too subtle.
I guess maybe I should have just come right out and talked to you about it.
It would have saved a lot of time and trouble.
And embarrassment. I'm very attracted to you, Cruz. And I have been since the first day I saw you. I thought that enough time had passed since Eden. I thought that you were ready to start living again. I think you need me, Cruz. And I know I want you.
You don't understand. And you never will until you have felt about somebody the way I felt about Eden. You don't get over loving somebody the way I loved her. Not ever. No, don't be afraid. I wasn't gonna kill you. How could you think I'd do anything like that?
Because I just tried to shoot you.
No, don't be crazy. I love you. I don't understand why that scares you so much. All I want is such a simple thing, for you to love me back. Why can't you do that?
No, I can't. I'm not free to.
Why? Why? I've done so much for you. I saved your life.
Well, you want me to love you out of gratitude? Is that what you want?
I don't know, out of anything you want. Be totally free to feel what is ever in your heart.
Whatever promises you made in your other life, it doesn't matter now.
The only man I'll ever love is Cruz.
Хорошо, я согласен. Нам надо действовать.
Better hope that we catch up with Mason first, because I tell you, Kelly, I don't like what's happening
Well,
here.
Jeffrey, with a little luck, we will find him in one of the bars he's been searching. Hopefully, this one.
Yeah, well, it's not a hell of a lot to go on, is it?
No, but it's better than nothing.
You realize, of course, we have no idea what we're going to come up across once we get out.
No, we don't. But whatever it is, we'll deal with it like we've done in the past. It's better than sitting around here and waiting. Well, God knows what happens to Mason and Eden.
Okay, all right. We've got to think of what we're going to tell people, because we can't just pack up and leave town and expect people not to ask questions.
I've figured it out. We're going to tell them that we're going on a romantic camping trip in the desert. What? It's half a lie. That's where all the bars seem to be anyway. So are you with me or against me? I've made up my mind. I'm going with or without you.
Hey, don't you know by now I would follow you to the ends of the earth? Hmm?
You know what? When I bought this perfume, they guaranteed that would happen to me.
Yeah? Well, they were right. Little truth in advertising that. Ugh.
You're alive.
Of course I'm alive. Mama? Daddy? Baby.
Eden, my baby. Oh, my baby.
I've been so alone, Mama.
Oh, it's all over now.
Thank you for bringing her home to us. I love you, son.
I'm never going to sign those papers. You'll have to kill me first. Unless you tell me one thing.
You sound like you're in a position to make deals. You're not.
I am to make this one.
What is it?
I want to know, once and for all, that my sister is alive.
No, Mason. Your sister is dead. And you will be too if you don't sign. Eden is alive in me. And I pray that she always will be.
That's beautiful and poetic. The reality is that you're being faithful to a woman who is gone and can't appreciate the sacrifice.
There's no sacrifice involved. I'm simply being true to my own heart. I would be betraying myself if I even thought about falling in love with somebody else.
Well, then let's not talk about love. I'm not asking you to love me. I'm just talking about two people who are physically attracted to each other. You do find me attractive, don't you, Cruz?
I think you're very beautiful, Eleanor. And it's not enough.
How much is enough?
Once you have learned that making love with someone can be a truly transcendent experience, when you have been with someone for whom you would willingly lay down your life, and vice versa, anything else would be going through the motions.
You don't have to sell me, Cruz. I'm convinced that you loved Eden, that you still love Eden, and probably that you always will. But I don't think that's a reason to go through the rest of your life denying your natural impulses because of a dead woman.
I don't want you to tell me what to do with my life. I'm very happy with my memories.
Really? And what about the future? Are you always going to be happy with your memories forever?
Taking the future a day at a time.
I think you're avoiding the future a day at a time. Do you really think that Eden would have wanted you to stop living because of her?
I haven't stopped living.
Well, you've stopped feeling. What's the difference?
I haven't stopped feeling either. I just don't have feelings for you.
Hey, Cruzy, it's just me.
Come on in, man.
I'm sorry, your door was open.
You know, my door is always more or less open to you.
So, how you doing, Eleanor?
Fine now, thank you, Pearl.
Listen, I'm glad you came by.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you see, you could do us a favor right now. Eleanor and I, we've been talking about it, and it's getting kind of crowded around here with Carmen and myself.
Sure.
She was thinking it might be better if she were to start convalescing at your place for a change.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that, Pearl?
You're telling me you and Jeffrey are going on a camping trip now?
Why, Daddy? Is there a better time?
Any time is a better time, Kelly.
Cece, could we just maybe once this week have a calm discussion about something with someone?
First Mason goes off. Now she wants to go off. What is this, an epidemic of wanderlust? When are you taking off?
Oh, how could I leave a man who shouts the way you do?
And she's going to wander around with a man who's accused of murder, right?
Oh, Cece, please.
Daddy,
He was, wasn't he?
maybe he was accused of his wife's death, but he's not a murderer. No more than I am.
He didn't convince the jury of that.
Yeah, well, they acquitted him, didn't they?
No, they did not acquit him. They let him go, but they did not acquit him.
Probably because they were all being as stubborn as you are.
Am I stubborn because I want to know who my daughter is incompetent with? I always have, haven't
Yes,
I?
and you've always disliked most of them, too.
Ah, Kelly, Cece, could we just stop this?
Listen, I love Jeffrey. And I know he's innocent. I don't need to prove it to you or anyone else.
You do have to prove it to me if you want me to accept him.
Oh, Daddy, then don't accept him. Don't accept him. I accept him. That's all that matters to me. We don't have to come back into this house.
Have to? You may not be able to.
Oh, now, Cece, stop it. Don't say things you don't mean.
You know, Daddy, I came back here to get your blessing. Well, I can leave without it.
You want my what? My blessing? What is it? You and Jeffrey going to elope?
Oh.
Is that what this is all about? Is that what you intend to do? You and Jeffrey? You planning to get married like Eden and Cruz intended to?
Of course not. I have no intention of eloping. Will you two stop it? What happened to Eden is not going to happen to me. I know you love me. I know you're concerned for my safety. This overprotectiveness is going to drive us miserable. Look at this. We are turning nothing into something. I am going into the desert for 2 days just to get away.
Honey, it's just that we worry about you.
I know you
that.
do. Mom, I know. But please don't worry. I'm old enough to take care of myself. Daddy may not think so. And if I don't, Jeffrey will do it for me.
Well, that may satisfy you, but it doesn't do anything for me.
Well, Daddy, I'm sorry. You're just going to have to be unsatisfied then. I'll drop you a postcard from wherever we end up.
Знаешь, Элли, я в полной растерянности.
What is it that's giving you so much trouble now?
You're supposed to be recuperating. You get a bump on the head. The first thing you get is an appetite after that. You come here, you want to eat. I'm trying to figure out whether or not you are sick.
Isn't it possible for a person to be hungry and sick at the same time?
Hey, sweetheart, anything is possible. But some things are less likely than other things. I want to know how you're feeling.
I'm feeling fine. There's nothing wrong with me.
I'm sure there was something wrong with you when you agreed to let Cruz keep an eye on you. At least you let us think that. Huh? Come on, let me in on the secret. Don't pull the wool over my eyes. Just tell me the truth, yeah?
Well, I don't want to talk about it. Do you mind?
No, not at all. Then I can talk for both of us, okay?
I want to ventriloquist. I'll let you know.
Okay, feel free to chime in when you're ready. I think that you just wanted Cruz to notice you. It's very simple. Having me fall all over you didn't work. So you get bopped on the head, you overplay that reality. And then what happened? How am I doing?
Will you stop? Please? It isn't like that at all.
Well, would you tell me what it's like? I seem to be the only person in Santa Barbara that doesn't know what's going on, huh? Am I especially stupid or what?
There is no point in you getting upset and jealous over Cruz. The simple fact is that even if I wanted him, I couldn't have him.
So who's jealous? Huh? A lot of women that go after guys that can't have them.
I may like a challenge once in a while, but I'm not a glutton for punishment. I just think that Cruz needs someone in his life right now.
Cruz needs a friend in his life right now, not a girlfriend.
How about a woman friend?
Some women are capable of that. Some women
Oh.
Speak the speech I pray you as I pronounced it to you, tripping me on the tongue.
Excuse me? I saw your ad in the paper for the van. Is it still for sale?
You in the market?
I might be. It's depending on what you're asking for it. Also, depending what kind of condition it's in, see?
What kind of condition do you need?
Well, Kelly and I are planning a little camping trip in the desert. We figured a van would obviously do the trick better than a car, right?
Desert, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What are you, looking for rocks?
Rocks?
Rocks.
No, not rocks, not rocks.
Then why the desert?
We just, wanted to get some peace and quiet together.
The desert? What is in the desert?
Sand? Hot weather? No, Jeffrey and I just really need to get away for a little while.
Why don't you go the other direction? You can go 13 miles out to sea. You got all the open spaces, fresh air,
Because, Cruz, we don't want sea air, we want desert air. And we also don't want you worrying about us. That's the whole reason I came over here to tell you.
Well, forgive me if I think it's strange, Kelly, but I mean, you just rented this terrific new house. I know that you're in this Evertan thing up to your neck. It seems like an odd time to be running off to the desert.
Oh, well, maybe it does, but Miss Impulsive over here, Cruz, you know me. I mean, I'm sitting around, all of a sudden the idea comes to me, I say, Jeffrey, let's go, and he says, okay.
Great. Have a great time. Have a wonderful time. Bring me back a little cactus. Kelly, be careful.
I tell you not to worry, and you're already worrying.
Well, it's my nature. Welcome. Kelly, I'm proud of you.
Are you? Why?
Because of the way you picked up the pieces and are going on with your life. I really wish that I could be so skillful.
No. Don't sell yourself short, Cruz. Look at you. Look what you've accomplished. Your detective agency, for one?
That's, a job. It's not the same as really having a life, a way of life. It's more of an escape, to tell you the truth.
You know, a lot of things that start out being escapes end up being ways of life. You're making a go of it. You're moving on, too, man.
I'm trying. I tell you, I have made peace with the fact that she's not going to come back. She is gone. I think if I had to go through that process again, it'd probably kill me. What a pleasant subject. How long are you going to be gone?
We left it open, pretty much.
Well, I'm going to miss you.
Miss you.
You have been my very best friend through all of this.
I have never lied to you about Cruz. I've told you how much I love him and how much I miss him, and you refuse to listen. You don't want to hear it.
No, that's right, I don't. I didn't want to hear it then, and I do want to hear it now.
Well, you can't turn your back on him and pretend he doesn't exist, because he does. He does. He does.
He doesn't exist up here. It's just been the two of us. Just the two of us. You haven't needed anybody else. Think of all the things that we shared. I know you better than anybody else ever could.
No. Cruz knows me better than anyone, and I've been working so hard so I could walk back into his life. You've known that.
What if you can never walk again? What if you can never walk properly again?
You're the one who told me I could. Kane, you convinced me. And I believed it, and I've hung on to that.
No, you've just been hiding up here because you've been afraid that Cruz couldn't accept the fact of the way you were right now. But with me, I've already accepted it. You wouldn't have to worry. You'd never have to worry about me thinking you as a cripple.
Kane, why are you making this so hard on me?
I want to make it hard. I want to make it impossible.
I will never fall in love with anyone else as long as I have a chance with Cruz.
Well, I guess you've laid it on the line, haven't you?
It wouldn't be fair to tell you anything else. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
What do you care where I go or what I do? What do you care about anybody except your precious Cruz Castillo?
Kane, don't. I'm just trying to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, I'm being honest, too, huh? We're both being honest. Just two people being honest together on a collision course.
What do you mean?
You told me that you love Cruz. And I've told you that I love you. And I do. And I won't lose you to anyone. No one!
Sophia!
I'm so glad I found you.
Please, sit down and join me.
What's the matter? Something wrong?
I'm absolutely terrified about the news of the virus outbreak in Arizona.
Yes, I read the papers.
Well, what are you going to do about it? Have you contacted the USAID again? I think you should. There's so much at stake.
I'm aware of the risks. Sophia, I've changed my mind about the serum. I cannot, in good conscience, oppose the distribution.
You've changed your mind. You were so emphatic about the dangers.
Look, I have to be honest with you. My warnings earlier were largely a result of my anger with CZ for having stolen the serum, but I've had time to think about it. And I've had time to do extensive research. I might have been wrong. The serum might very well be completely effective. And so it seems to me that the best position I can possibly take right now is one of being unselfish and perhaps even humanitarian. I think I'm going to let the serum fall into the hands of those who really need it.
I absolutely cannot believe what I'm hearing because of what you told me before.
Sophia, I told you I spoke out of anger before. I am a scientist. Now, unlike your husband, my goals go well beyond any profit motive. What are we talking about here? We're talking about saving lives, aren't we? I can't put a price tag on that.
Shut up about your sister. I'm sick of listening to it. She's dead.
I don't believe you. You've been saying all along that she was alive.
That was just a way to get you here.
Why?
You'll see.
How many of you are involved in this?
You know, you ask too many questions. Why don't you pass out? I like you better that way.
I know that somebody else is behind this, and whoever it is has a healthy hatred for the Capwells, and a lot of time to nurse that hate.
You didn't hear any of this from me.
When you're on the phone, I heard a woman's voice, the other end. The woman you're working for? Which one of you killed Eden? You or her? Which one?
I got this van. It's great. You got to see
who?
it. Your friend, Pearl. Yeah.
Great. Listen, I didn't exactly waste my day. I called all the major credit card companies, well, from his cards, to see what his last few charges were.
Well, did you get anything useful?
Yeah, I got... Well, one of them was from a roadside cafe near Indio, and the other two were for gas. Now, those were the only ones left.
Which means he didn't spend last night in a hotel.
Well, either that or they're just slow on billing, yeah.
Hey, well, at least he got us something to go on. Come here. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. You know what, though? We can't let this whole thing make us lose sight of the important facts.
Such as?
Such as, I'm not just another clever detective, babe. I'm also a pretty face.
Ah, well, you're not going to get any argument from me on that one, are you? So, it looks like our trail starts in Indio, doesn't it?
I guess that seems like the logical place to begin.
Hey, cheer up. Now, come on. Look, we may have Mason back with us sooner than you think.
Once we touched the stars in the sky, made a secret vow. And once we had it all, you and I. But now I've got to carry on somehow.
serum is approved, and I want everybody in the lab on 24-hour notice. I want them to be prepared to start manufacturing the serum immediately. Good, I'm counting on you. Just keep me informed. Huh? You're home?
Yeah, I'm home and apologetic. Are you angry with me?
No, I'm not angry with you. I was short-tempered. I said some things I shouldn't have said either.
Well, I wasn't exactly thinking about the scene with Kelly. I was thinking about what I said to you about the serum. You see, I know I should have faith in you, and I know that you care very much about people who are ill. And I know I shouldn't have said anything about your being selfish, and I apologize. Will you forgive me?
You're cute. Does all this contrition mean that you have a little more faith in the serum?
Well, I think it's up to the USAID to determine that. I'll tell you what I do have faith in, that's you.
Well, okay, I can accept that.
Well, and you can remind me about how wrong I've been if I ever doubt your motives again.
I can? You sure?
Yeah.
I will remind you.
I know I'm the last person you expected to see.
What in the Did Pearl throw you out already?
No. May I come in?
Actually, I'm kind of busy at the moment. What can I do for you?
There was something left out of our earlier conversation.
Really? I thought I might made myself perfectly clear.
Yes, you did, but I didn't. I left without making an apology. And that's what I came back to do. To say that I'm very sorry for being so insensitive and for being unaware of your feelings. I know that you don't need a lover. I know that. But everybody can use a friend. And that's what I'd like to be. So if you'll let me, I promise there won't be any more talk of anything else.
Eleanor, I thought we were already friends.
No, we never got quite that far. We're colleagues. Colleagues don't make other colleagues dinner. Only friends do that.
You've never made me dinner.
I know. That's why I thought I'd make amends for that right now.
What is that?
I stopped and bought some groceries. I'd really like to make dinner for you and come in tonight. That is, if you let me in the kitchen. I don't think I can do it from out here. What are you doing?
Something I should have done a long time ago.
So what do you call this?
Well, I suppose right now it could be called a bit of a mess, but eventually this is going to be real Italian spaghetti. I mean, good. Very good. The secret is in the sauce.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. I gotta tell you, Carmen is kind of a tough critic when it comes to food.
Don't worry. This will be good for the most discriminating palate.
Uh-huh. Looks like a lot of work to me.
Uh-huh.
Well, listen, if you don't mind, I'm gonna hit the road and jog a little while.
Oh, that's a good idea. Work up a good, healthy appetite, and then when you come back, everything will be ready for you.
Okay, yeah, I'll be about half an hour. I'll see you.
Okay. Ciao, pal. Operator, I'd like to place a long-distance call, and I'd like to charge that to another number, please.
How long, I can't say.
Long enough to get even with you.
Sure, right. I hope that wound of yours doesn't get infected. Sure would be a nuisance way out here, nobody to treat it. Yeah.
It's me, and I can't talk long.
Good. I hate long conversations. Want to hang up.
Just tell me what's going on. Are there any results yet?
Nope. We had a little accident.
An accident? What are you talking about?
Nothing serious. Things will just be delayed for a few days. Nothing to worry your pretty little head about.
Well, I've got something for you to worry your head about. We've got a problem, and her name is Kelly Capwell.
You all right?
Fine, it's heat.
Pearl forgot to tell me the bloody air conditioner wasn't working. I don't know. Maybe it just needs some more coolant or something.
I think I need coolant.
So, aside from the heat, how are you feeling? You seem sort of far away.
Thinking about Cruz.
Yeah? Thinking what?
How much he loves Eden. Wondering if our love is as strong as theirs.
I wonder who we can go to for a decision.
What, can't we decide for ourselves?
Yeah, we've been tested a good many times. It seems like we've survived so far. It seems to me we're on pretty solid ground. At least I'm not worried.
Well, neither am I, then. I don't know where I'd be without you.
You'd be lost. I'm the one with the map, remember? Oh, yourself.
No, I'm glad you're in charge, Dick. I'll be even gladder once we find Mason and get through this whole mystery.
And believe me, so will I. It also means, amongst other things, we'll be free to get married. Finally.
And I can hardly wait. I can't. What kind of wedding are we going to have?
I don't know. A legal one. An absolutely binding, no-out clauses one.
I know that. I'm talking about, do you want it in the church or like a justice of the peace? Hindu Swami, what's your pleasures?
You'll see something sumptuous. A huge cathedral, crossed swords and cannons going off. How about the 1812 overture playing as you glide down the aisle?
You think big, I like that, I like that.
Yeah, well, whatever the trappings, I guarantee you our wedding will be the most beautiful wedding you ever saw. Okay? They'll dazzle them all, set records that no one will ever beat.
Please don't hurt me.
I am not going to hurt you.
You've been drinking.
That's right, I've been drinking, but I am in control. Now don't cry. You listen to me. You listening?
What is it? What?
I'm going to go away for a couple of days.
Away?
Just for a couple of days.
I don't understand. Where are you going?
Hunting. Now, there's plenty of food in the cabinet. And the extra water bucket has water for you, so you'll be fine.
I don't understand why you need so many guns to go hunting.
If you get cold, there's plenty of firewood. But be careful with the kindling. Only use as much as you have to.
Kane, I don't want to be alone. Please don't leave me. Please?
I will shut the door behind me and lock it, and I've already shuttered all the windows. Nothing is going to get in.
And nothing can get out either. Right? Right?
I'm sorry I have to do this to you.
Don't do it, Kane. Please don't do it. What are you going to hunt? At least tell me where you're going to go hunting.
Wherever the chase takes me.
Oh, please. Tell me what's going on, please.
I told you already.
Where are you? You're going to Santa-Barbarу, aren't you? That's where you're going, aren't you? Aren't you? Aren't you? No! Kane! Please, no! No! Kane!